Dear students, as a supplement to what you have learned in the Victor's class, let us have a revisit at the first two paragraphs of the lesson titled The Three L's of Empowerment. It's a speech delivered by Christine Lagarde, who was the former head of International Monetary Fund (IMF), that is otherwise called World Bank. She was the former finance minister of France as well. This speech was held in the year 2014, addressed to an audience at the National Democratic Institute, Washington, D.C. Through this speech, Christine Lagarde is presenting her ideas and views on women empowerment. What can be done for the ultimate progress of women all over the world? What should be done to uplift the social status of women? She is looking into the matters and she is presenting her ideas in an economic perspective. Christine Lagarde opens her speech describing that mankind across the globe in the 21st century faces a major challenge, that is less participation of women in economic sector. The role played by women in growth and economy of many countries is far less compared to men. It's a major challenge. It's a serious issue, according to her. Why is it so serious? Why is it so important to be addressed soon? Because of the negative impact it creates on the overall economy and development of many countries. First of all, less participation of women decreases per capita income of many countries. Per capita income of several countries remains very low because of the less participation of women. Do you know what is per capita income? It's a term used for national average income of an individual of a particular country in a specific year. How is it calculated? It is calculated by assessing gross domestic income earned by a country in a particular year from various sectors including business, agriculture, industries, service, etc. That gross domestic income is divided by total population. Then we will get average income of an individual of that country. That per capita income of a country is very much related to the participation of women in economic sector of that country. In many countries, per capita income remains very low because of the desperately lower level of participation of women in economic activities. We know women represents half the population of the world, but their contribution in economic activities is far less than 50%. We know in Kerala itself, even in Kerala, which is considered as one of the most progressive states in India, in Kerala itself, women owning a business or running an industry or enterprises is a rare affair. It is not widely seen. Situation is much worse in other parts of the country and other parts of the world. So we can say that participation of women in economic activities is desperately low. It creates so many consequences in the overall development of a nation. What are the causes of less economic role of women? Women involve less in public life as well as in economic activities because they are blocked from contributing their true potential, true abilities. We know just like men, women also have talents. They have their own skills and capabilities in different areas, but they are not able to display or contribute their true talents because they are blocked. They are blocked by several factors. They are prevented by some circumstances. What are those factors that block them? First of all, our society is a male dominant one, in which women's feelings and interests are not respected. Women are discriminated against in our society. Our society carries some stereotypes, that means some age old mentality regarding the status of women. Those stereotypes prevent the society from allowing the women their own opportunities. That is the main reason for less economic role of women. Women are denied equal opportunities. Their interests and feelings and desires are not fully accommodated by the male dominant society. To overcome the adverse situations and to enhance or increase the role of women in economic activities, our speaker Christine Lagarde suggests three important things. Those three things begin with L, the letter or sound L. The first way is learning. Learning means education. Education must be provided with free access and opportunities for the women. Second way is labor. That also begins with L. Labor means employment. Women must be provided equal access and opportunities in employment sector also. The third one is leadership. That also begins with L. Leadership means women must be given deserving role in the administration of society. These are the three ways, three L's suggested by the speaker for the growth of the society by the way of uplifting the social status of women. This is the way in which the role of women in economic activities can be enhanced, can be increased. The first L, learning or education, is the foundation. It is the foundation upon which any change can be built. It is the foundation upon which any development can be made. Education helps women to acquire self-confidence and self-esteem. We know lack of self-confidence is one of the problems faced by women that prevent them from displaying their talents. It can be solved. Education will make them more self-confident. It will give them much required self-confidence and also self-esteem. They will become self-esteemed. That means they will start feeling that I am a free individual, I have my own desires, my own dreams, and I have my own capabilities. I will follow my own path towards success. This self-confidence and self-esteem will enable them to break the shackles of exclusion. It will help them to break the chains of isolation. Women are being isolated from the public life. Women are made away from the public life by putting them in chains. Those chains can be broken. Those shackles can be broken by the way of acquiring self-confidence and self-esteem through education. And education makes them bold enough to break barriers that block their freedom. It will make them very courageous, very brave to break the barriers that limit their freedom. Here, Christine Lagarde quotes an African adage, a famous saying or proverb that is prevalent among the African people. That is, If you educate a boy, you train a man. If you educate a girl, you train a village. This proverb or adage suggests the importance of women education. It says that if a woman is given education, it will have more far-reaching good influence in the society as a whole. If a man or a boy is given education, that particular boy personally will acquire some knowledge and ultimately sometimes he will secure a job. That's all. But if the education is given to woman, it will have greater benefits for the society because woman is the caretaker of the home. She is the person who is supposed to inculcate good habits and culture in her children. So if she is educated, it will be having great influence. We had earlier discussed the new words and expressions in the first paragraph. Now in the second paragraph, we can see a single unfamiliar expression, that is to break the shackles of exclusion. Learning helps women to help themselves and break the shackles of exclusion. Shackles of exclusion means chains of isolation or segregation, separation. Women are being separated from the public life, or women are being kept away from the social life by putting them in some chains. Those chains of segregation or separation can be broken by securing education. Breaking the shackles of exclusion means breaking the chains of separation. I hope that all of you have got a good idea about the first two paragraphs of this speech. Now all of you read this passage once more, focusing on the new words and expressions, and it is now your turn for doing the assignment. Do the assignment at the earliest and send it to me.